fresh new take.
It's the way it should be. That's the
Superman. And also, Lois Lane in the comics has been written differently for the last 10 or 15, 20 years.
Is saying the word funny almost like a boogeyman? Like
I don't understand.
There's a lot of idiots out there that don't want anything even remotely humorous. They're like, oh, we can't laugh.
It's like the dumbed down way to criticize. Like people criticize Zack Snyder, like, ooh, dark, moody, and slow mo. They criticize J.J. Abrams. Oh, lens flare. It's the thing you do.
Well, actually,
when you want to criticize James Gunn,
it's not about James Gunn. No, it's not about James Gunn. I hear about Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi.
I hear about everyone.
When people don't like the go-to thing is the humor.
Yeah, and that's you want the humor.
Apparently, JJ actually took that criticism to heart, and you notice that
I remember that
Force Awakens, he stopped the lens flare stuff.
Okay. Hey, if you're just getting here, please thumbs up the video. Share this video, join us on this great channel where we have a lot of great content creators with varying opinions. I think this is one of the best places on the internet to get difference of opinions for entertainment talk. I really do. All right, let's see what else he has to say here.
Don't you think?
No, listen. Joe is a gem with his opinions. He is very entertaining now. It took a little bit of time for me to get used to it. No, and then we have you, CJH, and Anthony, and DL, and people that really disagree.
I really just got used to it.
And then Bruce, who has the worst takes on superhero characters ever, with not liking Deadpool and Daredevil. Oh my goodness,
he knows his comics.
No, he does, but and he's one of my best friends, and I can't stand that he doesn't like Daredevil and Deadpool.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, no, man.
I recognize
even the comics have the best Daredevil
and the Beastie Boys. He doesn't like the Beastie Boys either.
Ooh.
I recognize that all film is subjective, but even though all film is subjective, I do find it odd some of the things that Bruce has hated lately, like Godzilla, and yesterday when he said he didn't like Space Battleship Yamato.
Well, I didn't see that one. So that got you excited about that Godzilla director, Joe. I want to. You recommend that? I got to see that now. I never really watched the anime. I just knew that it was like people like the anime, and I knew the title of it. I never really watched it. Okay, so let's see what else you have to say here.
He's being asked about it at the Emmys. Yes? No? No? Yes?
No.
Did I lose you? Okay. Well, she was asked about, like she said, I've really enjoyed the collaboration with James Gunn so far. Every single person involved in this production is such a perfect nerd for Superman. We all grew up watching the movie. Some of us were reading the comics. So I feel like it's made with so much love. And I think this Superman will have a sense of humor. We're excited to both put our spin on things and honor the material we love so much. This caused some people to get upset to say that they were taking shots at the Snyderverse Superman.
Oh, look at the eye roll. Woo! That's a good pause. CJ, help me out. The Snyder.
I can't do it.
You can't. The Snyderverse triggers people with the eye roll. Oh, Snyderverse. Oh, Snyderverse. You know,
That's
is that hilarious?
Eye roll?
I can't do it. I'm not good on command. Look at he rolled so hard.
He's
that
a
trigger.
demon.
People have Snyder derangement syndrome.
Did you see this is on topic sort of, but also kind of off topic. Last week there was this thing on Twitter where all these Snyder bros were trying to somebody correctly pointed out that the Snyder bros were all going, James Gunn has potty humor. James Gunn does potty humor. And then somebody correctly pointed out, like, oh yes, Zack Snyder never has potty humor, and they had like a picture of Granny's peach tea, and all these Snyder bros started going, "That wasn't even a joke. You didn't know that wasn't a joke."
It is
and I explained to them, I go, let me explain it to you. I'm sorry, you didn't get it. It was pee-pee tinkles in there. That was pee-pee tinkles in the jar.
It was sort of a joke to me personally, Joe. It was sort of a joke. It's sort of like how effing messed
Joe
up
knows
this
that
is
term
because
triggers Max.
Because that meant it was more like a mind game instead of a joke to me. I could see how people take it as a joke. I'm not saying you're wrong, but for me personally, it was like a mind game.
And for the record, I love that scene
with that senator, and then she blew up after that. You know,
I kept bringing in bottles after that movie. I kept bringing in big, like 2-liter bottles of lemonade.
It was more
to work parties and writing Granny's peach tea on them.
Yeah, it was more to me towards like intimidation, than.
I was more focused on the explosion in that scene than. Sure.
Oh, hey, Isaac, you're gonna have to. That's Isaac, the biggest movie fan. You're gonna have to do something with your audio because we get an echo. Isaac, the biggest movie fan.
Hey.
You're gonna have to do something with your audio because we get an echo. You have headphones. Hey. You're gonna have to. You might have to get headphones. Give me a thumbs up when you. Do you have headphones at all? Type in the private chat because it's going to be if you have headphones. In the private chat.
True singer nerd.
Oh, okay.
If you have headphones.
Oh no, he's still. That's going to be an echo.
Oh, okay. If you have headphones.
Oh no, he's still. That's going to be an echo.
All right, we'll try again in a little bit. Let's see what. I'll give you a few more minutes to get settled, Isaac, and then I'll try bringing you in again. Okay, let's see what else he has to say here.
And that they were saying the humor of this all. She's pointing and saying everyone's a Superman nerd, essentially implying that people who made Man of Steel were not. I think people went a little crazy on this quote. Do you think it's a bunch of nothing, or do you think this is a coded message to these fans who didn't like Snyder's version of Superman and Man of Steel? What are your thoughts on
that? Snyder fans are going to be perpetually aggrieved. Yes.
What?
Wait, his name is
taking
Snyder.
that personally. No.
His name is Snyder.
Yeah.
Shouldn't he like Snyder?
No. He was on the record that said Snyder. Oh, where I don't want to get this.
Maybe it's Jeff Snyder fans.
Me and Joe are going to go back and forth, but that he was on the record to say it doesn't exist. Okay.
If James Gunn liked what was going on there, he would have stuck with it.
Right. Fair point.
He's building a new universe because he didn't like that one. So yeah, he's going to take steps to address it, and this one's going to be lighter and poppier, cheerier, and more cuddly.
Right. Now, there was also a quote from Dolph Lundgren who talked about Aquaman 2.
This was a nothing burger. This was a nothing
burger. It was literally a nothing burger.
Yeah. Everyone was going with this. Like it's an opinion piece. It's not a scoop.
Wait, was it because they wanted to start a movement where it was like release the Aquaman 2 cut or something?
No,
yes,
Dolph Lundgren.
Lundgren has his strong opinion.
Right, well, let's try Isaac again.
The bottom line is whenever Dolph Lundgren speaks.
Let's try Isaac again. I'll mute you, Isaac. What you're going to have to do is go to your control panel on your computer and go to sound options and do the sound to your headphones instead of the monitor. If you could do that.
From what I hear, Jacob, it's a better echo than the TV show. Hey-o! Because nobody liked the show Echo.
I don't know if he knows.
Did you get the joke? Did you get the joke?
The post-credit though. The post-credit scene was basically
no spoilers. I haven't seen it. No spoilers.
Never mind.
Yeah, but we say Max.
I said something controversial here.
Max, he was going to say something.
I think it's better now. Whatever you did, Isaac. Yeah, I think it's better now. Hopefully you can hear us. Or at least the echo's not as bad now. All right, thanks for joining us, Isaac. This is awesome. Can you hear us okay?
Let's see.
Well, whatever you did. Okay. We're technical difficulties. Can you hear me okay? Now I can't hear you. Now we can't hear you at all. You might have
cannot hear him whatsoever.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all for Jeff Snyder. I'm not sure. I apologize, Isaac. I'm not sure what's going on because now we can't hear you at all. But we're also going to do the mailbag and anything else that anyone wants to cover. I'm sorry, that was a disappointment. The hot mic.
That was definitely a disappointment. That sounds like a opinion piece. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, no, there was nothing. There was nothing of substance there at
Don't get me wrong.
whatsoever.
Don't get me
It's
wrong.
basically It's basically he's like, James Gunn has too much to do.
Yeah.
And in all universes are a mess right now.
Yep.
And nothing of substance whatsoever.
Don't get me. I like Jeff. I think he's a he has his record. He has everything that he's Scoop has been correct and confirmed by the Hollywood Reporter and stuff like that. It just